Well, next on the Garage Series, I have my E82 BMW 1 Series M. This car was a 2011 model year only representation from BMW based on the E82 1 Series chassis with a Z4 and 7 Series variant of the N54 twin-turbo six-cylinder engine. It had E90 M3 competition package, brakes and suspension, as well as mirrors. You can see the side views. And yeah, very, very unique bodywork. None of the hard points are actually the same as a regular 1 Series, except for I think the doors. The door skins themselves are the same. So these cars did not come optional with much equipment. You could have a choice of 3 paint colors: Alpine White, Schwartz, which is black, and Valencia Orange, which is the correct color, which is the color you see in front of you. Other than that, you could have things like power seats, which I didn't want, navigation system, which I didn't want, heated seats, which I did want, and comfort access, which I did not want. So this car just happened to be the absolute perfect configuration set for me because I wanted manual seats. There's no sense in having that heavy seat if you're going to move it one time. That stands for every car as far as I'm concerned. No navigation because it's an ugly tack-on for the E82 1 Series, and it's completely obsolete and was probably just a year after the car was new. Heated seats, of course, why not? It doesn't add really any weight to the car at all and adds you a little bit more comfort in the spring and fall, which is arguably some of the best time of the year to use this car. And comfort access, which, if you guys have ever coded a CAS module or had to deal with any of that stuff, hard pass. So, like I said, this car is powered by an N54B30. This is the hypo version, so it's out of the Z4. I think it was in the 335IS, and it's in the 7 Series as well. It's got a 6-bolt crank, not a 7-bolt, so it's a little more similar to the N55 in its actual componentry, and that makes sense because this is a 2011 vehicle, where the N54 really wasn't doing anything else in 2011 to speak of, as it was replaced by the N55, which is the single-turbo twin-scroll version of this engine. The only thing I've done to this car so far that is not stock is when the charge pipe blew up, I put a Cobb charge pipe in it, courtesy of Trueform Technologies. It's just a hideous plastic clip thing that apparently just grenades in all of these, so I'm totally fine with putting an improved part in, even if it's aftermarket. Other than that, completely stock. I have had to put a clutch in it. This car has just under 61,000 miles, so it's a little premature for that, but I bought it from a driving instructor in South Dakota, so I'm guessing this car has seen a lot of track use, which I'm totally fine with. Like I said, the brakes and suspension are off, actually the wheels are too, off of an E90 or E92 M3 competition package. They're huge, drilled floating rotors, single piston sliders with just massive pads, tons of swept area, all aluminum components. It has a mechanical clutch type limited slip differential in the back. The exhaust system is arguably not great. It does have the iconic M quad poo chutes. However, it drones a little bit on the highway and it's a little quiet under heavy loads. So a lot of people put the N55 135i midsection in these cars to kind of quiet it down a little bit or eliminate that drone. I'm going to keep it stock because I don't want to mess with it. It sounds perfectly fine as is. And it's super throaty. This car has an overboost function that really will break it loose pretty much no matter what you're doing. And, you know, it just doesn't need more power. It's not a heavy car to begin with. Why I bought it? You know, right car at the wrong time. I was kind of looking for, oh, that'd be kind of cool. Certainly it's one of those things where I can drive it, use it, put miles on it and not really have to worry about potentially losing money on it later. These things are pretty much trading hands for MSRP, irrelevant or irrespective, I guess, of mileage. Lower mileage examples are well in excess of original MSRP now. My car is probably still worth only about 50 grand, but well worth it. I mean, this is one of the best driving cars in this garage, bar none, if not the best driving. Gripes, it drones a little bit. That transmission is a modified version of a 135, 335 trains with an oil pump on it, and it's pretty notchy. Not my favorite shifter. The 328, like Mr. Wags and Kurt, has a much better transmission in it, as far as I'm concerned, with shifting, even though they don't hold quite as much power. Yeah, immediate plans, just drive it more, really. It's super solid now. I'm still breaking in the new OE clutch. I'd like to get a set of just new rubber on it. The fronts are the original Pilot Sports, and the rears are tires that the dealer put on when I bought it, and they're Pilot Sport AS3s. And just all season, come on, swing and a miss. They tried but failed. But yeah, I'm not planning to mod it ever. I did throw some 40% window tint on it, which I tried to be as subtle as possible while still getting the added benefits and interior protection of some tint. So you can see there, it's not ridiculous, but I also didn't just want to do 50% because I think that's a waste of money. And yeah, this will be a long-term hold for sure. This car is something special. It always has been, and I never really thought I'd own one, but I'm glad I do, certainly. It's pretty cool to turn up at a car show or even just drive this thing around. You know when people know what you have. So it's a cool car. It's got a beautiful, unique gauge cluster. Just textbook BMW instrumentation, just clear as day. Also, this car, oddly enough, takes by far the longest of any car in here to get oil temperature. It takes about 10 miles. The E39 and the E46 only take about half of that. So really not sure exactly what's up with that. But how could you say no to a bright orange, just like, I don't know, looks like a bulldog or a pit bull or something. It's just like this smushed little, it's adorable. How could you not love that thing? It just also happens to be one of the best driver's cars ever. So anyway, that is the 2011 BMW E82 1 Series M Coupe. I like it.